Called The Black Labyrinth. It takes place after the death of the Goblin King, which sadly happened in real life. And I recorded this 22-song musical with 15 members of David Bowie's band. The pianist from Ziggy Stardust, the guitarist from Diamond Dogs, the sax player from Let's Dance. I am literally the weakest link in the chain on this record. And when I made this record, I for the first time in my musical career, I put out singles. I'd never done that before. I was like, I'm gonna be like a real band. I'm gonna be like Duran Duran. I'll put out some singles and then I'll put out the whole record. So I chose 4 or 5 songs. If you go to my Spotify page, you will discover that the most popular song from the Black Labyrinth is none of those songs.
Yeah.
It's a song that I never ever would have predicted people would relate to. It is a song sung by a giant white snake in a labyrinth after eating a very small caterpillar who wears a scarf. I know, it's called the Black Labyrinth for a reason. It's not called the Rainbow Labyrinth. I mean, it's fucking tragic. In any case, the point of the story, this song is called Little White Lies. I don't know why exactly so many people relate to it, but I can tell you, when you grow up in a place that doesn't, what's the word I'm looking for, that you don't like in any way, shape, or form, that you almost want to forget, like the first X number of years of your life, in my case, the first 17 years of my life, maybe you don't want to tell everybody everything about you. Maybe when people come up to me and they're like, hey, where'd you grow up? Maybe I don't want to tell them, New Jersey.
Bong, New Jersey!
I grew up in Transylvania. Isn't it obvious? So maybe that's why I don't know, but without further ado, because this is the most popular song, I'm assuming somebody in here likes it. Ladies and gentlemen, Little White Lies. Like me, would you turn and walk away fast? If I told you from whence I came and all the sordid details of my inglorious past, I'll tell you why I'm afraid. Would you leave me for dead, or would you come to my aid? If I don't tell you some pretty words, should I keep you coming my way? I never meant to lie, but there are things we do and say to get by. Little white lies, a small surprise how big they grow in size. It all starts simple enough. Your present is dark because your childhood was rough, so you shed your skin and you change your name in the hopes of putting air between you and the pain. So grab a mask, fill up the flask, slither like a snake into the masquerade. Now you've come so far, you feel like a star. You hope they never figure out who you really are. I never meant to lie, but there are things we do and say to get by. Little white lies, a small surprise how big they grow in size. I never meant to lie, but there are things we do and say to get by. Little white lies we tell ourselves like everything's alright. I'm just a snake in the wall, but it's a wall you walk by, and if I say the right words, then you're gonna be mine. did lie to you guys. I did. Because I told you that Halloween has always been my favorite holiday. That is a lie. Halloween is my favorite holiday, but the first 17 years of my life, I hated Halloween. The people around me made me hate Halloween, because Halloween was always the punchline to a joke. It was always like, hey, nice costume, Dracula. Halloween's next month. Why are you dressed for Halloween already, fool? There was a lot of that growing up. And it took me a long time before I realized that shitty people were making me not be able to enjoy my own damn life. And that maybe I needed to double down and focus on the things that I loved and stop worrying about these unimportant people. Now, I will tell you that I have always been very, very, very lucky in one regard. I have always had art. From the time I was a small child, I drew. I sat in the corner, I drew in the sketchbook. Eventually I wrote songs. Being able to make art allows me to take all of these incredibly negative, terrible feelings and put them into something productive. And I hope this doesn't offend anybody, but I write songs for me. I write songs to help myself get through dark times. And I write songs for me to help enjoy the good times. And then I throw those songs out to the world. And then someone always picks the fucking hardest one to go viral. The point being, those songs go out into the world, and sometimes one of those songs reaches somebody who needed to hear exactly that.